Maybe we should go. So I often choose destinations to show you guys that are off the beaten path. Not quite sure where to go this time, I decided to get some inspiration by watching something on TV, but not just any program. Today's show is a timeless classic that requires the right kind of preparation in order to fully enjoy its complete awesomeness. This is no Coke and potato chips kind of show. No, this program calls for something else entirely. I need to get prepared. Properly. Now for the final ingredient. Let's see. No. Oh, here we go. Okay, now I'm set. Wait, I need one last thing. So if you don't already know, Shogun is a TV miniseries that was released in 1980, based off of the novel with the same title written by James Clavell. It's about a British navigator, played by Richard Chamberlain, in the 17th century, who becomes shipwrecked off the coast of Japan. Besides it being an interesting story, it's also loosely based on a real man named William Adams, or as he'd later be known as Anjin Miura.
これからは安心と呼ばれることを伝えよう。これは決して侮辱ではないと伝えておけ。
Omi-san says that since your name is so difficult to say, from now on you will be called Anjin. That means pilot.
After first arriving here in 1600, he was the first recorded English person in Japan and would later become a samurai, serving under the famous shogun Ieyasu Tokugawa. Anjin Miura would eventually become the shogun's key advisor. He also directed the construction of Western-style ships for Tokugawa and went on trading expeditions for Japan in Southeast Asia. He played an integral part in Japan's history and is considered one of the most influential foreigners in this country. Tokugawa thought highly of Anjin Miura and eventually gave him land in the Miura Peninsula, which is the reason for the Japanese family name he was given, Miura.
That house is to be provided for you.
わかりますか、安仁さん。はい、わかります。どうも、ヤブ様。
ありがとう、安仁さん。わかりました。Now that Anjin Miura understands, so do I. Thanks to this show, I now know what our destination is today. Located at the southern tip of Kanagawa Prefecture, Miura Peninsula is a few hours south of Tokyo and is famous for a few things, with possibly the most famous being the city of Yokosuka. Yokosuka is home to the biggest U.S. overseas naval base not only in Japan, but in the world. But I'm trying to stay away from anywhere too crowded today, so instead, I'll take you guys to some places that should give us some decent views with not so many people. We'll check out a memorial for Anjin Miura, a historic lighthouse, the place where Godzilla first appeared in Japan, a cool park, and an interesting cafe for car lovers. But before all that, we need a ride. Miura Peninsula wasn't the only place Anjin Miura hanged his hat. He also had a house in the Nihonbashi neighborhood in the middle of present-day Tokyo. Near where he used to live is the famous Nihonbashi Bridge, as well as the main branch of the international department store chain Mitsukoshi. This company was founded in 1673, and the building you see here was built back in 1925. It's Tokyo's oldest department store. Just a short walk from Mitsukoshi department store is one of the houses where Anjin Miura lived. Unfortunately, due to fires and earthquakes over the years, his house is gone today, but there's a plaque here marking where it used to be. Our first stop today is at a train station named after Anjin Miura called Anjinzuka Station. Zuka roughly translates to grave, and even though he's not buried around here, there's a memorial for him and his wife located on top of a nearby hill, and it's there that people can pray to him. They believe that even though his body isn't there, that his spirit, in a sense, still is. Let's check it out. You ever wonder why there aren't so many big cars in Japan? As we take this road up the hill to check out the memorial, which, keep in mind, is a two-way road the whole way, I think you'll quickly realize the answer to that question. This is one reason why I love bikes, especially in this country. No matter how narrow the roads get, there's always plenty of space for a bike to go. Also, bikes can often park where cars can't, like in this spot here. The signs in this place are a bit confusing because they label this park as Anjin Miura's gravesite, but he's actually buried in Nagasaki. In this memorial, the stone on the right is for Anjin Miura and the one on the left is for his Japanese wife. This location was chosen for Anjin Miura's memorial since he owned this land, and it's said that he enjoyed looking over Tokyo Bay from here. Now that we've paid our respects to
Anjin.
Anjin-san.
let's take a drive along the coastline and grab some lunch. This is the city of Yokosuka, home to America's biggest overseas naval base, and it reminds me a bit of back home. There are several large department stores here and restaurants that put an emphasis on American food. But I'm hungry for something more local today. Let's see where this road takes us. So this restaurant looks super rough, but they serve some good food here. Miura Peninsula is famous for tuna since fishermen here go out to sea to specifically catch it. With that said, let's see what's for lunch. I'm not a huge seafood person, but that hit the spot. It's flower season, and these don't disappoint. From here, there's a walkway that'll eventually lead to the Kannonzaki Lighthouse. This area is named Kannonzaki because of a local legend back in the year 741. A monk put a statue of the Buddhist goddess called Kannon into this cave to vanquish a giant snake that was living inside it. Kannon is the Buddhist goddess of mercy who helps people who are in distress. Now that we know the history behind the name Kannonzaki, let's check out this lighthouse. This is the first Western-style lighthouse built in Japan. Originally made out of bricks in 1869, the first building was eventually damaged by an earthquake. The lighthouse you see now was constructed out of concrete back in 1925. Let's see what the view of Tokyo Bay looks like from up top. Not too far from the lighthouse are these footprints. These aren't just any footprints, though. This is supposedly the spot where Godzilla first stepped foot on land back in the first Godzilla film. That was back in 1954. I wonder where he is today. I don't see him. Maybe we should go. Well, he was in a bit of a mood, huh? Oh well. Let's continue down this road to a place at the southernmost point of Miura Peninsula called Jogashima Park. There should be some nice views to check out there. Well, that was a pretty nice park. Our final stop today is at a little cafe that's popular with local car lovers. If you have an interest in cars and are in the area, then this is the place to go. The owner's a lady who's a big lover of anything car related and has that theme running throughout the property. She's converted this historical warehouse into an eating space complete with automotive decor. As cool as the inside of this place is, the outside is where things get interesting. These oil barrels have been turned into seats and a table. If you prefer sitting on something closer to a regular seat, then the inside of this old Ford truck has been converted into a dining room. The front of this place is definitely entertaining, but out back is where they keep the real gem. She's a beauty. Seeing such an old car like this in Japan is super rare. The owner of this cafe enjoys classic American cars, and this Buick definitely reflects that passion. Revival Cafe is a pretty cool little place to stop at if you're in the area. Also, the staff are super friendly and happen to speak English really well. Looks like everyone's heading out. We'd better hit the road too. I hope you guys enjoyed today's peaceful, somewhat peaceful ride down Miura Peninsula. Until next time, have fun riding.